All right, we are recording. Good evening. Happy Monday. Happy June, Inspire Beauty. I can't believe that we are already into the month where we become halfway through 2018. And I know that I asked you guys at the beginning of June, on Friday, I believe, I posted on the team page and I asked, have you looked at your dream board lately? Have you looked at your goals for the year? Have you, is that something that's still at the forefront of your mind? There were certain goals that some of you set and said out loud at the beginning of 2018. And I just want to check in on you. Not in a judgmental way, not in a way that makes you feel like you're not rising up enough or that you're missing the mark. Not like that at all, guys. But with love, I'm nudging you right now that we're almost halfway through the year. And some of you guys kind of have coasted on some of those goals that maybe you set for yourself. And the thing is, life is the number one thing that gets in the way of this business. I'll say that again. Life is the number one thing that gets in the way of this business. And here's the deal, you guys. We all have life. Every single one of us, I can right now rattle off, and I'm not going to because I'm not going to embarrass people because y'all give me those as secret, vulnerable things. But every one of us on this Zoom right now, I could go through and tell you what's going on in your life that could be an obstacle when it comes to pushing with your business. But the reality is, and you're going to hear that Summit Month. So whether you're at Summit or not, you have an opportunity to be able to hear the speakers. And I'll give you those resources at a later date. But you're going to hear that everybody that gets on stage has dealt with obstacles before they found success. But it wasn't that their obstacles allowed them to stop. It was that their why and their vision was strong enough that they went through it anyway, because on the other side was something better. I was talking with Natalie this morning, and I said, I heard a quote that was something like, oftentimes we want convenience over our success. What's convenient right now feels better, but ultimately, sometimes that convenience doesn't take us to where we want to go. So I'm just nudging you guys a little tonight. If you are on the Rising Stars page and you were completely offended by my post this morning, first of all, get over yourself. Love you, mean it. Second of all, gut check. That wasn't meant to be offensive. That was meant to rally you up and say, let's go. We built some crazy momentum in May, so why not keep going with it, right? And so that wasn't meant to be boo-boo, woe is me. I can't keep up with this. No, that's let's go. You can do this. You can, and you deserve it. So tonight we're going to talk about the 5 stages of a coach. Like I said, I've got a couple announcements real quick before we get into the meat and potatoes. First of all, Lift 4 Sneak Peek is on BOD for 24 hours. It started at 10 a.m. Pacific time today. So I don't know, what is that, 1 p.m. Eastern time? So it'll be on through those 24 hours. Okay. So if you haven't gotten a chance to try that out, guys, I highly encourage you to do it. Pro tip, video yourself. Even if you don't use the video right now, you might want to use the video later when you don't have access to the sneak peek so that you can share about it. So make the video. I wouldn't just do a story and that's it. I would actually have the video saved on your phone so that you can do multiple things with it, right? Make sure also that you notice I shared a little challenge, not only in our team page, but also in the challenge groups. I modified it a little bit for our challengers. I took away the story aspect, but as coaches, we know how crucial and important and valuable Instagram stories is right now. So that's why I slipped that little nugget in there for you guys. But tomorrow, I'm going to raffle off a 10-pack of Energize for anyone who participated and dropped their sweaty selfie. I will wait for the 24 hours to totally be up, but there's a little criteria. So make sure you check out the team page for that. And if you have challengers in our groups, you guys, please, please, please encourage them to do that giveaway also. Because what you're doing is you're forcing them to do coach behaviors before they're even a coach. So then when your challengers later on down the road are saying, oh, I could never do what you do, you say, heck yeah, you could. You've already done it. Remember when you did that challenge and you posted on social media? That's literally what I do. At least, we know that there's way more to coaching than just that, but at least you're getting them in the pattern and routine of coach behaviors, right? So hype them up on that. And if they do end up getting out of their comfort zone and posting that, freaking celebrate it till you're blue in the face. Okay, Lift for launch party. I just want you to have this on your radar. I've created a group, kind of like what I did for the Snoop group for the 3-day refresh. I've created a launch party group there, okay? We cannot use the words Lift for in any sort of group. Like when you title a group, you are not allowed to use the Beachbody names, which is why if you've noticed, like To Be Mindset is called the Mindset Makeover group. If you'll notice that our Lift 4 group is actually called Lift, Hit, Rest, Repeat, Launch Party. And so I'm not actually using the program name, and that is coming from Beachbody Corporate, but what am I trying to think here? Corporate, I don't know. It's like the law stuff, right? I can't think of what I'm trying to think right now. Anyway, it comes from corporate. So that's why if you'll notice, I don't do that. So if you're creating like a group on Facebook or whatever, just create your own fancy schmancy silly name for it. But keep in mind that I do have that. I've already plugged you guys into, if people ask you about Lift 4 after you're sharing that you did this new workout 4 days a week, 30 minutes, Joel Freeman's a hottie, boom body, like whatever you want to say about it. Also, my favorite part is that you could see his wedding ring in the picture where we're hugging. So it's like, bummer. Anyway, whatever. I almost did like a little arrow in my story to that. Anyway, don't miss the wedding ring. So anywho, I shared that canned response with you guys though. So use that. I've already sent that out and emailed that out to anybody today that put that emoji. I asked people to drop an emoji if they wanted info. I sent that email out, and those are people that I would most definitely plug into the launch party group, which is where they're going to get information as the program is getting ready to release. Okay. So just keep in mind that I'll be giving you more information for that, but save that canned response. You're going to need it. Tomorrow at 9 a.m., you guys, our sister team, Team Iron, has a live call with Joel Freeman himself. So like a team call like we're doing right now, Joel Freeman is going to hop on our team's team call. This is my uplines team. And he's going to be answering any and all questions. So if you can get on at 9 a.m. Pacific time, highly recommend doing it. Hype it, do it, share it on your story that you're on this call with the trainer, right, himself speaking. If you cannot get on that, then I will do my best to grab and place the recording on our team page if that is available to me, which I'm pretty sure it will be, okay? This is Summit Month, you guys, and if you're going to be at Summit, whoop, whoop, I'm like so excited. I got my ribbons right here for everyone for Inspire Beauty. I'm planning all sorts of fun things for us throughout the weekend. Just so excited to see you guys live and in person, and to see how Summit will transform not just your business, but your mind and your life. Like, you come back such a better person, and I just can't wait to watch that happen for each of you in those light bulb moments. But if you're not going to be at Summit, you guys, I want you to stay abreast to when they announce where Summit is next year and what month and date. And I want you to get those tickets right when they come out, because getting to Summit is literally the game changer in your business, okay? I have never missed a Summit. Trust me, I went to Summit my very first year when I had zero business even getting on a plane to go to Summit because I had no cash flow. And I made it happen anyway by the freaking skin of my teeth. And I can't believe, I can't believe how my life would be different if I didn't go. If I didn't go, I probably would have lost a lot of belief in myself and this business. But because I actually got to see Shaun T live, I saw Chalene Johnson live. Like, there's a picture on my blog, you guys, of like her and I hugging. Like, that's legit. Like, I'm touching Chalene Johnson. Like, we're basically best friends. I digress. Anyway, it is so crazy cool to see these people that all you ever do is see them through a screen and you cuss at them through a screen, and then to see them live in person and realize that they are a human being that puts their pants on one leg at a time too. It's just pretty stinking cool. And then to see the masses of coaches that are every shape, size, walk of life that you could ever imagine, and to say, if they can do it, so can I. It's just so powerful. So Summit Month, I'm so excited about it. We're going to be talking all about it all month long. But beyond that, if you're not going to be at Summit this year, get your booty there next year. I've been pushing SC5 by the 5th. Hope you guys are grabbing onto these little nuggets of wisdom that I'm pouring into you. Guys, there's no secret behind what I'm doing, and there's no mystery behind what I'm doing, and I'm giving you everything I'm doing. I've gone back in the past months. How am I hitting SC5 by the 5th? This was something that I told myself after February. I had a really weak February. It was a hard month for me in my business in terms of getting sales and whatnot. And that month felt like terrible. It felt so terrible. And I said, no more. After this, I will hit SC5 by the 5th of the month, every month, because I cannot like deal with this like madness. Okay. And February is a shorter month. So it was like that much worse. So starting in March, April, May, I've hit it by the 5th every month. And so I'm sharing with you exactly what I'm doing. And really, most of what I'm doing is the fact that I'm consistently showing up on social media every single day. And if you go back through all my posts, you guys, the majority of my posts are value driven. I'm giving people value. Okay. So do yourself some homework and check that out. But SC5 by the 5th, push for it. Don't tell yourself, oh, it's the 4th, tomorrow's the 5th, I'm not going to hit it. Guess what? Brittany here, sitting right here, right now in front of you, I'm not even at SC2. I have 0 points, goose egg. And I'm still going for SC5 by the 5th because that is my motto, right? Also, the SC prize this month is a webcast like what we're doing right now with the one and only Rachel Hollis, who is the author of Girl, Wash Your Face. If you love that book, you want to hit SC5 at a minimum because you want to hear this genius lady talk. She's awesome. She's so funny. Okay, 3-day refresh Snoop group. I just want to say how stinking proud I am of you guys. Make sure that you're going back through. I went in there today to the comment section of the very first post, and I made sure that I wrote down every single person that I put in those comments just in case somebody slipped my mind, okay? And I went back today and I followed up with all of them. Hey, hope you had a wonderful weekend. Just wanted to check back in as I do a last call. Is this something that you want to do with me right now, or should I circle back the next time I'm going to do it? Just on your radar, guys, next time we're going to do it is probably right after 4th of July. We'll do another one of those Snoop groups like that, okay? So just keep that on your radar. Give people that. I mean, people will tell you no, but let them know that you're going to follow up with them the next time you come around to do it, okay? Because those people that said no right now, maybe in July it'll be the right time for them. Keep in mind today, Tubi Mindset app is now available. So if you've purchased Tubi Mindset and you have that, you also now have access to the app. All right, let's get into the meat and potatoes. I'm done with announcements. So I found this quote, you guys, and I'm like on a super high right now about just action. Take action. Because we witnessed at the very end of May what happens when you actually just take some action. And we're not talking action where you like kill yourself. We're just saying, do your crap, like do the vital behaviors, right? The thing is, guys, when we come into this business, every single one of us comes in with hope, and we come in with a dream, and we come in with some sort of vision of something better. I guarantee everyone on this call right now, you can remember back to when your upline coach reached out to you about coaching, or you reached out to them about coaching, and there was something on your heart that gave you hope, right? So dreams are lovely. But that's the thing, you guys. They are just dreams. They are fleeting, ephemeral, pretty. Dreams do not come true just because you dreamt them. So just because you had that hope when you joined Inspire Beauty doesn't mean that all of a sudden, whoosh, it happens, right? Not at all. It's hard work that make things happen. It's hard work that creates change, okay? And I want us to keep that in mind as we go through these 5 stages, because in my heart of hearts, I believe a lot of coaches quit before they can get through these 5 stages. And you're doing yourself a disservice because you're not allowing yourself to go through the pruning that it takes to become a successful coach. Okay. No one is ever going to tell you that to get to a level of success in this business doesn't come without hard work, and it doesn't come without ups and downs, right? It's not going to just be like this uphill climb the entire time where you're rocking it out, which, I wish it was, but that's life, right? So the very first stage of being a coach. Now this could actually even happen before you've become a coach, because maybe you were a challenger. And I want you to think about this too, not just of your own journey, but I want you to think of it with your coaches you're signing up, as well as future coaches you sign up, okay? So the first stage is that you do, like I do, Brittany does, and you watch. So your upline does, and you watch them do it. Now, you could be watching them, like I said, just on social media. You could be watching them as a coach, like you've already signed up and you're a coach and you're still kind of watching and dabbling. Maybe you're in a challenge group and you're already a client, but you're not a coach yet, and you're watching what your upline coach is doing. Whatever area that is, you're watching as your upline coach models the behavior. Okay? So I put some graphics here just to show, like, for example, whenever I create a calendar for the month, I'm doing that and you're watching me do that. But are you taking that and saying, that's something that I'm going to need to duplicate one day, right? Okay. Similarly, I've been sharing a lot of what I'm doing on my story with you guys so that you can duplicate it. I do it and you watch me do it. Okay, these Zoom calls, I do these Zoom calls, you watch me do them, but the heartbeat and what we'll get to later is not that you just watch me do a bunch of stuff. Like, that's so cool and I love it, but I am literally not a Hollywood star. Like, I'm not an actress. Like, I'm doing this and you're watching it so that you can then go do it, right? Same thing, social media posts like transformations. I don't just put them out there because I want, like, you know, to share my life over and over and over again. I also want to show and model for you what it takes as well and how to connect with your audience. So some of the things that you might see your upline coach do: 4 vital behaviors, monthly plans and goal setting, how to post on social media, okay? How to create calls to actions. I've been talking about that on the team page a lot. How do we create that call to action? Best practices, and in parentheses I put IG stories because that is a best practice right now. And if you are not practicing Instagram stories, I want to kind of beat your head on the wall a little bit, my friend, because that is where you need to be, right? Zoom calls, I do them, you watch them. Challenge groups, maybe you've been in challenge groups and you haven't invited to challenge groups yet, and you haven't ran your own or helped to run one. So you're watching right now how I do a challenge group. Scripts that I give you guys, attending live events like Super Saturday or Coach Summit, right? Enrolling in team training opportunities, national wake-up calls, Zoom calls like this. We're starting our Wind Down Wednesday and turning it into a book club now. So joining us for our Wind Down Wednesday book club. Any team training like Rock the Basics, enrolling in those. Those are things that I do and then you watch, okay? But watching as you're gathering information. Keep in mind, you guys, in all 5 stages of these, you have to be open to mentoring, meaning you have to be coachable, meaning that as I do something and you watch it and I give you feedback about what I think you should do next, or what, you know, and I say I because I'm talking as if I'm talking to all of my coaches I'm mentoring, but you get the point. If your coach is also trying to mentor you, be open to being coachable and teachable. Because the second that you shut off and you say, oh, I know, well, it shuts off the communication, right? It shuts off that back and forth, that relationship. And so in every stage that you're in, I don't care how long you stay in a stage, because everybody's different. But when you're in that stage, you have to be taking action towards something. So you're watching with the intention that you want to move to the next stage to actually do, right? To start doing something. If you simply just continue to watch me all day, every day, then that's never going to promote yourself in a business, right? So the next stage is where I'm still doing and you help or do, right? So running free groups, okay? You can either help or run a free group. Inviting. I'm inviting, but you need to start dabbling with the inviting, right? This is where you start trying things out, and I do it, like I show you, I model it, but then you try it, right? This is the try stage. This is where trial and error happens, and this is what's crazy, you guys. As adults, we don't like trial and error. We just want to be successful. But guys, like, think about how many times a child, and we have lots of mamas on our team now, and I love it. Think about a kid. How many times does a baby fall when they're trying to figure out how to walk or crawl or any of that, right? And talk, and just think about the grace upon grace upon grace that we give a child, and think about how many times they get back up and try it again. But then somewhere along the way as adults, we feel like if I'm not good at it the very first time I try it, why even try? I must be a failure. Enough with that. We've got to give ourselves grace. So this stage right here is one where I continue to see coaches as they start the dabbling, they start the doing, they start the helping, right? They also start realizing that they've got work to do, and they think they're the only one that's ever had to learn a new skill. Guys, the Brittany you see today did not know how to do Zooms. I did not know how to do graphics. My very first Zoom, I think my heart was going to pop out of my mouth. I was so nervous. Like, seriously, you guys, come on. My social media content sucked. Like, it was not good. Not good. Okay? But I never quit. I just kept trying, and I would try it again, and I would do it again. And then my coach would give me some feedback, and I'd listen to the feedback openly because I was coachable. And she would say this, and I would say, okay, let me try that. And then I'd watch a coach over here do it, and I'm like, I like the way they did it. Let me try that. And so I just kept adapting myself until I got to a place where I was like, this feels good. This feels like I'm in a rhythm, right? But a lot of us just quit before we even give ourselves that gift of getting into a rhythm and trying new things. So you fail. So I've made posts, you guys, before that have been like total failures. And you know what? The coolest thing is the sun still came up the next day. Like, my house didn't burn down because my post was a failure. I didn't really like lose friends and family over it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we make this whole to-do about, something flopping, when it's like, that's just a moment for us to learn, a moment for us to grow, to say that didn't work. Let me try a better way. Okay. And that still happens, you guys. That still happens. Where was I? Posting and engaging in challenge groups. Okay. So now when you're in this stage of helping, so you're still in a challenge group, you're still working on your self-care, but maybe now you start asking, hey, can I post, can I take over a week, or can I do a post on the weekends? Can I help out? Can I engage more in the group? How can you engage more in the current challenge group that you're in? If you are not currently engaging on every single person's post in that group, you're not doing the behaviors of a coach. Because that's what I do when I go to check in. I don't just check in with my shake and my workout and then say, peace out, brother. No, like, I go in and I say, and sometimes this is like a lengthy process, because sometimes people, and you know what, that's a good thing. It should take a while, because that means that people are engaged in our challenge group, right? So like, sometimes I get in there and I have to like check my attitude, and I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so much to check right now. Well, that's a good problem to have, isn't it? So going in there, if you're not acting as if you're running the challenge group right now, how are you going to act when you actually have to run one, right? And so do those behaviors, engage, right? Post in there when, ask for your, don't wait for your coach to give you an assignment. Say, hey, I want an assignment next month. I really want to help out. That's going to be one of the biggest things in your business that's going to accelerate you miles ahead of anyone else, is just grabbing the bull by the horns and saying, I want to do this, Brittany, or I want to do this, Natalie, or hey, can I help with this, right? Or, hey, I really want to talk to the team about this. Can I go live on the team page and share this nugget that I have for them, or whatever it is, right? Like, when you start to take the lead, man, like, amazing things happen. That's all that I ever want for you. I never want for you to just sit back on the wall and wait for Brittany to tell you what to do next, because I want you to have that forward thinking of a CEO, right? Engaging on our team page, also the same thing. How are you ever going to have your own team page if you're not engaging on our team page, right? Social media, this is where you start dabbling. This is where you start saying, okay, I'm learning basic skills about social media, and I'm now going to practice them. And your 4 vitals, guys, yes. Now at this point, when I'm doing the 4 vitals, you should no longer just be watching Brittany do 4 vitals. No, now you should do them too, right? Duplicate. The next stage is where it flips. Now you're doing and I'm helping you. Okay? Again, look at that. We're still working together. We're still working together. But I think this is something that we're missing a little bit in our team right now, is that it's that waiting for your upline coach to do something before you take charge. I can't help you if you don't do it. Does that make sense? Like, I can't give you feedback if you don't physically go and do it. If I've told you, hey, you need to post consistently on social media, and you're like, yeah, you got it, I'm going to do that. But then I go back and I look at your month of social media content and it's not there, it's non-existent, I can't help you. I can't help you more than to manage you at that point. And that's not what we do as coaches. I'm not a manager. I'm not a boss. Like, that is the freedom we have as being our own business owners, is that I'm in charge of me, myself, and I. And I'll help you, but you actually have to do the work on your end so that I can then come in and give feedback. Again, feedback, being coachable, being open to hearing where you could improve. Because, guys, trust me, we all have room to grow. Trust me and know that I hear it on a daily basis, like in my own way, shape, and form of where I need to be better. Okay? I do those gut checks as well. So when you go into the doing stage and I'm helping you, now at this point, you should be running free groups, right? Find a week, a week of sugar detox, a week of clean eating, free week, a 3-day refresh. Now, I know a 3-day refresh isn't a free group, but it is a lot cheaper than doing a full-on challenge group. So maybe that is a good ease into that. Clean week, you guys. Do you know that clean week is only $20? Do you know that? So for all your friends that are like, oh, I don't have money to do your groups, they don't have $20 to do clean week? Come on, Nat. Like, yes, you do. And then they've got Shakeology for a full week. They get BOD for a full week. They've got the meal plan for clean week laid out. They can try the workouts. And then from there, you can have a conversation about where they could go next if they really enjoyed the experience. So free, guys, doesn't have to quote unquote be completely free, right? You could do things like that. At this point, you should be running challenge groups or co-running them or saying, I want to be more involved in the challenge group than just posting a couple times and commenting. I want to like grab the bull by the horns and start trying to run a group, okay? This is where you would begin training new coaches because you're doing and I'm helping. You're training your new coaches that you're signing on, but I can be there to say, this is what I would say to them, or this is how I would do that, or this is how I would navigate that situation with that coach, right? And that's where I'm still helping you in that stage, right? Inviting to challenge groups. Maybe you've been inviting and you're like, oh, it just isn't working. This is where I can step in and say, show me the last conversation you had so I can see where I would take it next or where I would have tweaked it, right? Social media content. You've got to be posting. Instagram stories, you've got to be doing them. 4 vital behaviors. I even posted a tracker here and the 4 vital behaviors to show you that is crucial step of your stage, is that you are doing that. I cannot help you if you're not doing the 4 vitals on a daily basis. Hitting SC. Once you're hitting Success Club, now I can help navigate. I can help guide you a little bit better because that shows me when you're hitting Success Club and getting on the board with Success Club that you're actually inviting, right? If you're not hitting Success Club, to me, that looks like you're not inviting anybody, right? For an entire month, you should be able to at least get one person to join a challenge group, okay? We are all that talented and we have enough resources to be able to do that. So hitting SC is where then I can come in and help and say, okay, that's working for you. Like, what's not working for you and how can we adjust it? And then going Emerald, but going Emerald again, okay? You can't just get the left and the right and then say, I'm good, I'm at Emerald. No, you got to go Emerald again. And then the next month, Emerald again, okay? I put a blank calendar here because this is where now you get to start crafting what your month looks like, okay? Craft it out. Look at holidays. Be smart about the way that you're placing things in terms of challenge groups and free groups and things like that, and play into people's minds. Like I have February up there, so of course, like Valentine's Day is one where I would definitely go heavy on the invites right after Valentine's Day because people have binged with chocolate, and so maybe I do a sugar reset after that, right? So using calendars and starting to build that yourself. The next stage is, so now we're like slowly pulling away, right? You're still doing, and now I'm watching. I'm not helping. I'm just watching and offering more feedback, okay? I'm watching you offer value to your followers. So it's not just about, okay, I got to make sure I post on social media, but what value are you giving them? Do they know your value? You're running challenge groups. You're not just helping, but you're actually running them. Training new coaches, okay? And you guys, you have all these resources. When I say training new coaches, I don't want you to be like, oh, like I don't know how to do that. Yes, you do. Everything that you've done, you give to your coaches, right? It's a trickle down. Inviting to challenge groups, social media content, and brand exploration. This is where you get to start exploring what is the brand you want to have? What do you want people to know you for, right? I had someone's sister got on a Zoom the other day, and she's like, oh my gosh, am I seeing Frankie like in the flesh? She's like, I feel so honored. I'm known for Frankie. But see, this person normally like just sees me on social media. And so she like felt like, so like, this is so cool that I get to see Frankie like through a screen now, like through video rather than just on Instagram land. That's my brand exploration. So when people start knowing you by certain things, right? Staying current on social media trends. So right now, Instagram stories, like I say, is really hot, but that always comes and goes. So whatever comes next, you've got to be on it. Again, 4 vital behaviors still there. Now at this point, you're hitting SC consistently. and going Diamond Plus. It's important, you guys, to remember that in all of these stages, I'm still there to guide you. So, but again, you can't stay at the Brittany does, I watch. I find that a lot of coaches remain at that phase, or when they feel like they're failing at the trying stage, they go back and resort to, I'll just watch. I'll just watch you do it, Brittany. No, because then I'm not going to be there to guide you because you're not moving forward, okay? I'm there to guide you through all these stages, but you actually have to take action on these things, right? And then the last one, this is the best, you guys. But see, coaches, I see it time and time again. Coaches will quit before they get to this stage. And stage 5 is the money stage, you guys. And I don't mean money by paycheck. I mean money by my heart is freaking full on a daily basis. And I go to bed so satisfied by the work I do because I get to do it with you guys. It's when you do it now and someone else watches. So now you, my friend, are at stage 1 of someone else's journey. You get to be the mentor. This is where now you'll co-host free groups or co-run challenge groups with people or train new coaches, inviting to the challenge groups, but also inviting to the business, hosting Zoom calls for a team, hosting coach mentorship groups, hosting sneak peeks, casting a vision to the people who are following you, hitting benchmarks on the leadership ladder, staying abreast to new info and product launches, okay? Digging deep into your social media brand, so really digging into that. Best current social media practices, 4 vital behaviors, still there. At this point, SC is non-negotiable. Diamond Plus, attending and even hosting live events. Like right now, if I was like, hey guys, why don't you host a Super Saturday in July? Who here would like throw up a little? I host it every time. And you guys, I am a nobody. I am like, no one knows Brittany. Like you guys know Brittany and you guys love me, but like I'm a nobody. Like, and I host Super Saturday. And you know what? At my Super Saturdays, people think I'm pretty rad. These coaches in San Jose are like, wow, Brittany, you must have a super large team and you must have all these coaches that just love you. And I'm like, sometimes on my Zoom, one person shows up. It's cool. Like, but I don't tell them that. I don't tell them that. I fake it till I make it. But they think I'm like this rad coach. And I feel like I am. But like, nobody had to tell me that I was important enough to host a live event. I just said, you know what? There's not a live event here in San Jose. I'm going to stink and do it. So I just stepped up. Nobody told me I had permission. I gave myself permission. Plugging into corporate mentorships. Once you're Diamond, you guys, corporate has mentorships for you, and they are awesome. And you get to plug into those. Okay, so this is the fun, like this is where it gets so fun because you get to share everything you learned with other people. But the problem is coaches get stuck. They get stuck at this helping and trying stage and this one where we have to pass it over to you do and I help. What happens here, it's somewhere between stage 2 and 3, where the trying begins, where the doing begins, where the failing begins, right? Or you know, that wasn't quite what I wanted to do. Let me reroute and try that again. Somewhere in there, we tell ourselves the lie that we're not good at this and that we should simply just watch someone else have success. And it's not fun for me to have you watch me have success. I want you standing next to me with success. That's fun. That's fun for me. And so my goal for everyone is to get to this stage 5 and to not give up. Be relentless in your business. Be relentless in your mistakes. Be relentless in your journey so that when you have those hard times, you still know what you're going for. You still know that you're not just stopping at the, you know, she does and I watch or she does and I help. No, you're continuing to push yourself to that next level. So it says that we have less than a minute, you guys. Hey, Miss Ada, post bath. Yeah. Oh my gosh. She's so cute. What was I? Okay. So distracted by the baby. Oh, we've got less than a minute, you guys, but you know, I really want you to think of where you are and what stage are you in? Have you been lingering too long in a certain stage and maybe it's time for you to start branching out and going to another stage? Have you tried to jump to a stage too fast and not really absorbed and soaked in the information that you should have gotten in the support and mentorship you should have gotten in the stage? Like, where are you? And really, honestly, take a second and think about that tonight. And then share that with us. You know, where do you feel like you are trying to go in your business? And how can we as a team, you know, help you get there? Because remember, it is that support, that bounce back. Again, less than a minute. So I am going to take a picture, but if anybody wants to unmute and ask questions while you all fix your faces. Sarah, make your video. Hey, Sarah. Hey, prettier. Ready? 3, 2, 1, cheese. Yay. Okay. Any questions for me? Comments, concerns? You'll probably get cut off.
I have a million.
Do you want to take them to the team page then?
Yeah.
Love it. All right, guys, I love you so much. Thank you so much for investing some time with me tonight. Rock out your evenings, and I will talk to you on the team page.
Cool.